So this is the real deal. Is this it? We're getting it? Is this happening? Basketball's back?
I mean, it's, today, look, we've had a long run of very dark days. This is a good moment. I want to rain on that moment. The vote of the owners tomorrow is not going to decide whether or not there's NBA basketball. I know that's what it's going to seem like.
Okay.
But what's going to decide if there's NBA basketball is if the virus continues to recede or continues to be in a place where we feel comfortable doing that. I am right with everybody. Let's talk about the 22 team. Let's talk about this scenario. Let's talk about that scenario. But I'm already sensing that people are forgetting the whole reason why it's going on this way, which is there's got to be safety, And today Florida had its highest number of new cases in 6 weeks. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's not going to be in a position where you feel comfortable doing that in 2 months. But so when people say, is there going to be basketball, I say, I hope so. I really hope. I hope that's what's most important. But at least for me, I'm never going to forget about what the number one priority is here. All
right. So then let's linger on that issue for the moment. I'm imagining that Adam Silver and the rest of the Board of Governors and those that are the stewards of the sport have agreed on a health protocol. And what, based on what you can tell, does that look like?
Well, they're working on it. They're working on it. From what I understand, it's going to be testing every single day. And I assume that the players know what that means. I think that the test, I'm not a doctor on the front lines. I can't say, but I think the test means that you still get swabbed up your nose, which I don't know if I want to do 80 consecutive days. But, for basketball, I think people are willing to do it. Dave McMenamin from ESPN had this story that posted overnight about certain teams hoping that they could, if they lose their home court advantage, that they could maybe get some sort of give back and that they could pick their hotel when it comes to Disney because, an NBA player, an NBA team would rather stay at the Four Seasons as opposed to the Wilderness Lodge or whatever. And that the fact that anybody in the league is even talking about that made me want to smack my head. The point is not the quality of the bed, although obviously stay in safe place for 3 months. I'd like to have a nice bed. The point is the safety. The idea here is that you build something where you can keep people protected. And so all of this is going to be part of a long, in other sports, in other leagues, it's been 60, 80 pages. This is what our protocol is. This is what we're going to do every day. This is what we're going to do at the hotel. This is what we're going to do at the arena. This is what we're going to do on the bus. This is what we're going to do at practice. This is what we're going to do if somebody has symptoms. This is what we're going to do if somebody actually tests positive. This is what we're going to do if somebody turns their ankle and needs to go have an MRI. This is what you have to do if you're coming over from Europe to play. This is what you have to do when you're traveling into Orlando. This is what you have to do in this. I can go on and on. It sounds tedious. Nobody wants to talk about it, but this is what this is about. This is the tough thing. This is what this is about. And all of those check marks have to be there, or it's not going to matter. So I'm sorry that I don't want to be Debbie Downer. People within the league have yelled at me for talking like this, but I can't help it. It's just what I'm. I just feel like I have to say it.
Well, is that the reason why July 31st has been targeted as a start date? That's 7 weeks away, and we all know 7 hours. Life feels like one. You can pack 1 year's worth of developments into 7 hours. We're talking about 7 weeks now. Imagining that maybe we're a full month away for everybody to actually get themselves to Orlando.
Yeah, that's a factor, for sure. We're facing potential double quarantine for a lot of guys. Right now, the law in Florida, or the rule, I should say, and I have no idea whether the rule will change. Right now, if you fly to Florida from New York, New Jersey, Louisiana, I think Connecticut, you have to quarantine for 14 days. Will that still be the case in a few weeks? I don't know. But if you're in Europe, like right now, if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, your two best players, they're in Europe. So that means even if they're on a plane right now to come back here, they're going to have to, according to the laws of the country, they're going to have to sit in a hotel and quarantine or their house or whatever for 2 weeks. They can't start playing basketball. So, and the other thing is that everybody in the NBA you talk to on the training side is all worried about these players who have all went cold turkey or vastly reduced their normal workout loads and haven't been able to play basketball in any sort of 5-on-5 way. And they all were saying, you've got to have time to build back up. So in addition to building in time to make sure that we have more opportunity to fight the virus and flatten the curve or drop the curve or what have you, just getting the players back in health so that we don't have guys. Because I think I read in the Bundesliga, in the German league, in the first weekend, on the first Saturday and Sunday, they had 15 soft tissue injuries right out of the gate, which was, 5 times what you normally would see for a midseason game. So, that's one of the things they're trying to guard against, which is one of the reasons why this time is built in.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.